Krista. My son is excited to come work with you. And eventually I'll have him bring your card. Hi, Sue. Long time no see. Forgive me. Forgive me for my coughing, because I have, well, what they said was bronchitis, but, you know. Not really sure that that's what it is, but hey. And of course my husband decided that he's going to use the leaf blower right now. Not this summer, but I'm going to be at the Pinners Conference here in April. April 21st and 22nd is the Pinners Conference. And then we have the retreat the weekend before that. So, I'm a couple minutes early. So I'm just going to stamp this little dude. I think I'm just going to center him. Hi, Jackie. Your husband was asking? He thinks that we're so awesome, he wants to come see us. Silly husband. Tricks are for kids. All right. So, I'm actually going to use my no-line stamp pad today because I'm feeling froggy. Go figure. I know, right? Pinners Conference is essentially a craft expo put on by Pinterest. And it is like all kinds of DIY and crafts. So there's like everything there. And it's huge. It's at the Idaho Center. No, I lied. It's not at the Idaho Center. It's at the fairgrounds. In Boise or Garden City, whatever you want to call it. And it is all three buildings. So, yeah. Okay. So, I am stamping this little dude out with my almost dry tuxedo black. I mean, my almost dry desert sand. See, you guys, I'm doing super well, I promise. Yes, we will have a booth there. And I'm teaching class there. So, please forgive the squeakies. But I like to clean up my stamp set. Yep. Bring your dollar bills, y'all. Sandy will have make and takes at the table, and she's going to have 2 separate make and takes. And we haven't decided how much they're going to be, but, you know, one of those things. All right. So, last night, I don't know if you know this, but Sandy was on Craft Roulette. You may have seen us talking about it. You may have seen it advertised. And Craft Roulette is a super cool card making game show. Sorry, I gotta get my markers over here next to me. And essentially they spin the wheel, and the wheel comes up with 4 different parameters. So the parameters last night were to make an easel card, to use cornucopia colors, to use gold, and something that rhymes with ache. So my something that rhymes with ache is going to be cake. I have the pieces of my easel card right here. I'm going to color him in cornucopia colors. And yeah, that's where we're going to go. Y'all ready for that? Feels like forever since I've been live. I always do him green. I'm gonna do him orange today. So we're gonna pull out our little handy dandy notebook here, and we're gonna do something a little bit different. All right. Y'all with me? Everybody with me for this? Yeah, we're gonna have our whole big old booth there. We are all in. So I'm gonna start by coloring his arm. Hey, Krista, since you're here, talk to me about your Mother's Day card with the giraffe. The stamp I have is the giraffe and the little guy. Do you want me to mask off the little guy and just have it be a giraffe? Do you want me to, like, give me some guidance? Also, what is her favorite color? And then that way I can get that made and send it to you this week while Evan is working with you. Well, yeah. So as of right now, I'm just going around and adding shadow. So the handle of the fork would leave a shadow on his hand. Jill, hi. Excuse me. I don't want to use too much of the brown because I don't want it to be like super muddy. Did you guys watch the Craft Roulette last night that Sandy was on? It was awesome. I'll be on it one day. Rachel! Hello, my dear friend. So I'm coloring a card that fits the Craft Roulette parameters from last night. So my rhymes with ache is cake. Cornucopia colors, which to me cornucopia colors does not really eliminate very many colors, if you know what I mean. Because if you think of a cornucopia, I mean, if you really look it up, it's called a horn of plenty, and it often has fruits and vegetables and flowers. And I don't know about you, but flowers can be pretty much every color. Fruits and vegetables are pretty much every color. And to me, if I really wanted to be sneaky, really get around some of the parameters, I would just say I tied a teal bow around my cornucopia. Yeah, but see, pink could be like an apple skin, or like a pomegranate, or, I mean, yeah, of course, flowers. There's a lot of things that have pink: strawberries, raspberries. You know, I mean, I get what where you're going with that no pink thing. But I mean, to me, I could pretty much use anything. And with Craft Roulette, they always say, like, if you can justify it, you can use it. So all right, I think this is going to be a cute little monster, all bright orange. And he's going to go on this plum colored paper, so I think the orange is going to look really cool against that dark plum. Sorry if I don't talk a whole lot. I'm trying to save my voice some because of this awesome bronchitis. They called it bronchitis, but I took a full round of antibiotics and it really hasn't seemed to help. So there. Yeah, exactly. So, like, on the surface, when people hear cornucopia, they definitely think fall colors. But for me, since I like to justify using rainbow colors, because we all know rainbow's my jam. Bright colors, jewel tones, that's my jam. So I try to find excuses. And I'm thinking, you know, blueberries, that takes care of the blue. I'm thinking there's like red onions, those have purple. And then I always go to like Indian corn, has like so many different colors in it. So there's that. And that's very traditional in a cornucopia. So it is what you make it, man. Oh, you too. See you later, Jackie. All right, where's my peanut gallery? I need somebody to talk to while I'm coloring. I also need to lower my chair some. There we go. Sitting up really high. Here and present. That's what I like to hear. Present and accounted for. Does this give you stuff to watch, Rachel, so that it occupies your brain? Or is this an inconvenient time for you? If y'all don't mind sharing, that would be amazing. Share this video to friendly groups. I was about to say I don't know where my bestie is, but I'm pretty sure I know where she's at. I think they were taking the grandbaby to an Easter egg hunt today. And I did not realize it's like already Easter. It's so weird. I have exactly 0 Easter plans, which is just the way I like it. I'm sure I'll get roped into some sort of family dinner or something along those lines. Oh, good. I mean, not good, but good. The weather here is not great either. It's super duper windy today. My husband was like, do you want to go to the grocery store and grab some things? And I was like, ugh, no. There's people out there and it's windy. It's cold. I don't want to do any of that. It's kind of rainy too, off and on. It's like, so no part of that sounds fun. So the husband and the kid went. So I didn't have to. Amen. Hi, Amanda. What's my favorite thing about coloring? My favorite thing about coloring is getting out of my own head. I know that sounds weird, but I am a consummate overthinker, and my brain is always going 100 million miles a minute, as you well know, and I rarely can complete a thought without moving on to the next thought. And so coloring for me slows all of that down. Oh, Easter's your birthday? Well, happy early birthday, my friend. I sure was glad I got to see you in Arizona, and I'm sorry I had an anxiety attack and a seizure and couldn't hang out. And I was so sad when I went back and you were gone. But I understand. So is life. I'm so glad you got to come down, though, and hang out. And I hope you get to come down this year, too, and hang out. But yeah, Rachel, that's a good question. It just helps me to be in the moment. And then the other aspect I really enjoy about coloring is, and I know this is going to sound a little bit conceited, but I mean, hey, we're all friends here, is I've found out through many, many people telling me that I'm pretty stinking good at coloring. And so I'm not saying that to toot my own horn. I'm saying that to say that it's fun to do something that you're good at. And for me, when I color, coloring is like trying to figure out how to make a two-dimensional object look three-dimensional by color placement. So I color with a very different mindset. Yay, that's cute. I color with a very different mindset than most people. And I like to figure out how to make this two-dimensional object look three-dimensional. And the only way I can get better at that is by continually doing it. Placing colors in different areas, continuing to hone my skill and my craft. And so, to me, that's what brings me the peace and the calm of coloring. I bet she didn't realize I was going to get all like philosophical about it. Did I bore you? Did I bore all of you with my answer? I like when people ask questions. It got all quiet again. Thanks, Jill. I'm kind of a boring person. I'm not gonna lie. I like to sit at home. I like to read. I'm such a homebody. I read a lot of books. Really super lame books too. I don't even read anything good. I mean, I've read a few like super duper good books, but I read a lot of super duper lame books too. Y'all are so quiet. Are you just focusing on the coloring? Just watching the coloring happen? It makes me quiet when y'all are quiet too. Especially since when I talk a whole bunch I start coughing. But I missed you guys, and so I wanted to come on and do a live because I haven't been on for so long. Maybe that's a good thing. Hi. How are you? I'm still coughing. I still have that yuck, but I'm getting better. Getting much, much better. Look at this little guy. How cute is he? This is like one of my top 5. Yep. Of course, I have the 3D printer going. I am the one behind all of the glue holders. So those. I'm the one behind all of the mixed media stands. So I'm printing those. And I am the one behind the pencil stadiums. So I'm printing those. So yes. You definitely hear my 3D printer doing all the work. You put 2 and 2 together? You figured out that Sandy and I are the same company? So, this is my card for roulette. So, I'm using cornucopia colors. I am using cake as my rhymes with ache. And I will make it into an easel card, which, oh my goodness, I haven't done easel cards in, I can't even tell you how long. All right, there's our little orange monster. Isn't he cute? Will Tombos fit in what? Oh, the pencils? No, but they will fit in the new ones of these that we have. I mean, they won't be perfect. Let me see. I believe I have a Tombow somewhere. Amanda, yes, I do. At least I think these are Tombos. So we have this, the new round one, and I should ask Dale, because I don't know. He has the hoo markers too. Is this a Tombow? Yep, it is. So there you go. I mean, it's not the greatest fit. This end fits better. But, I mean, it definitely works for your Tombows. I'm not 100% sure these are in the shop yet. They are a new scenario. But they should be by the end of this weekend. I'll make sure that Cameron knows. But I think they are. I think they are in the shop. So this is called Color Blend Stand Oval, and this is called Color Blend Stand Round. So I'm pretty sure they're in there. Amanda, you have an affiliate link, don't you? Okay, so now back to this guy. I think that I'm gonna be weird and make the inside of his mouth green. No, maybe I won't. Maybe I'll make it dark, dark red. I mean, I'm thinking like pomegranate, or plum, something along those lines. This is Cake is Life. It's one of my top 5 all-time favorite stamp sets. As I'm sure you can tell, because I have colored it many times. Probably, I want it. Sending my cards to foster kids this month, and I think that says great to make birthday. It is a fantastic set for birthday cards. Again, sorry for the coughing. Amanda, hun, how are you feeling? I know you were under the weather too. If you guys feel so inclined, please, please, please share the video so others can see. This is still a public group, so anything we post is public so that you can reshare it. I know a lot of groups have switched lately. We have not, because we want you to be able to share. In the house the week first coffee. Yes, we need coffee for sure. And then I think I'm gonna go with RV55, my good old go-to. I think that's too bright. I don't want it to be that bright. So we're gonna go to 3-4. Much better. Look at his big old mouth all wide open there. Oops, that was the wrong end. There we go. Okay, so now his tongue, I'm gonna use R85. This is more our strawberry colors. All right. Okay, guys. His nose. I like to use W's on the noses because it makes them look warm. A lot of people think that this is his other eye. I suppose you could color it that way too. But it is meant to be his nose. Okay. Now, should we do this crazy eyeball? What color should we have his eyeball? I'm thinking like a hazel eye. What do you think? So when choosing colors for eyes, you still need to have a dark, a midtone, and a highlight. So here's my highlight. Here's my midtone once I make a decision. Here's my dark, which is going to be 5-9. Okay, and I'm going to pull in a midtone, which is going to be like a blue. So let's go to 4. And then one on my highlight, which is going to be a yellow. Let's go 1-1. Okay, so I still have dark, midtone, and highlight. And then I have a bridge color, and here I have a bridge color. So I'm going to start with my highlight. And this is all going to be his pupil. So I'm going to draw a circle around that. I'm drawing a big circle because I want him to have a big ol' eye. Love hazel. I have hazel eyes. Okay. So now I'm going to go to my dark. Now, again, remember this is his pupil, so I'm going to color that in black when I'm all done. Looks like I totally just ruined them, huh? Scary. This is one of those trust the process things. Okay, now I'm going to go from the outside of that circle towards the inside. There you go, Amanda. My 3D printer just turned off. Okay, now with my green, I'm going to kind of go around to make a barrier. And I'm also going to add a few extra brush strokes. He looks crazy, huh? It's always at this point where people are like, wait, how are you even going to bring this around? How is this going to happen? And then it starts to come to life. Okay. Now I'm going to grab my C3. Then I'm going to grab my colorless blender. Oh, Amanda, you can make such beautiful things. I can't wait to see what you make. We really want Sandy to have, like, break the record. And have, like, the most cards ever. Okay. Then his big old space alien eyes. And then the coup de grace, all of it, is adding how cool is that? Fun little space alien eyes. I also like to add a highlight up here on the top. Super duper fun. Okay, so the inside of his ears, that is a great hazel blend, not gonna lie. I like that one. Okay, so the inside of his ear. What color should we do the inside of his ear? I'm trying to think cornucopia. I guess we could go with yellow. Yellow would be a great color. Let's find a good bright yellow. Let's go with Y19, Y08, and Y06. And then I'm going to use my colorless blender. Your mind is blown. I wonder what happened to my Rachel. She must have fallen asleep. It's just you and me, Amanda. Coloring away. That was a good choice. I like that choice. Oh, Jill, you had to get the phone. Well, you missed the eye coloring. There you go. All right, so what kind of cake is this dude eating? That's what I want to know. We have important matters here. I mean, I know he's gonna have vanilla cake, but what kind of frosting? So I like to use the stipling technique on the cake because I feel like cake has enough texture that it needs that. Here comes Archie. Amanda, we are talking about an easel card that has cornucopia colors, which we discussed can be pretty much anything, as long as you can justify it. Using gold, has to use gold, and something that rhymes with ache. So I'm using cake. Sandy used lake. Mary used break. She put a car on there. French silk frosting. Jill, honey, you think that I have a lot more skill than I do. I appreciate that vote of confidence in me. But I mean, the red velvet cake I could do. French silk frosting would be very difficult. Are you projecting? Is that your favorite kind of cake? My favorite kind of cake is cheesecake. I like good old-fashioned New York style cheesecake. Straight up. No frou-frou for me. I mean, maybe some whipped cream, but don't need to dress it up. I like a graham cracker crust on it. Yum. I could go for a piece right now. Ooh, that's a good one, Amanda. I like that. Joy Wilson used the carnivore set, and she used take a bite. Ha 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 ha. Ha, 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 ha. No? Okay. So frosting. I know Jill wants some French silk frosting. You want to see if I can pull it off? Let's see if I can pull it off. French silk. I want something a little bit warmer. I could have gone full on chocolate, because that would have been cornucopia colors, the brown. But my friend Jill wants some French silk, and it's her birthday, so French silk she gets. Happy birthday to Jill. Happy birthday to Jill. Happy birthday, dear Jill Russell. Happy birthday to you. You're famous now. Why is she famous? All right. So I have that, and then what I'm going to do is take my white gel pen. Will forever be on YouTube. Ooh, I forgot about that. That's scary. There's your French silk frosting. Ooh. French silk. What color is your birthday candle, Jill? I'm going to color his teeth while I'm waiting for Jill to respond on what color her birthday candle is. And essentially I'm just going to use the E51. And then my colorless blender. Blue blue birthday candle. I can do that. I'm gonna start with B45. So we now have blueberries in our cornucopia. .45, 41, and we're gonna lighten it up just a tad. Bring it into a little bit more of a teal tone. Why? Because I like teal. Beautiful. Okay, now we're gonna do the flame. And I always like to start my flame off with a little bit of blue. A lot of people don't, but the hottest part of the flame is blue. So I go from blue into like a dark yellow, which you have to be careful because you will definitely make green. Into an orange. I said that weird. Orange. Into a red. All right, there we go. So now all we have left is his golden fork. Because remember, we're supposed to do gold. So I'm gonna grab my favorite gold blend. Which is Y28, Y26, and Y21. Why, oh why, or how do you know this stuff? How do I know what stuff? That blue and orange go together? It's a color wheel. Or do you mean the colors that we're supposed to use with Craft Roulette? Because I watched the episode. Don't know to what you are referring, my dear. So I'm coloring the tines of the fork, starting with the shadow. The blue of the flame. Oh, the hottest part of a flame is blue. Of course. It is a well-known fact. At least I thought it was a well-known fact. Do you have a gas stove? When you turn on your gas stove, the flame is blue because it's hot. Blue is actually a warm color, not a cool color. all those things? No? Sandy says I know like everything too. Heck no, it's scary. Have you ever been to a bonfire? And at the bonfire, the hottest part of the fire down at the bottom, closest to the wood, is blue. Sandy always tells me I know everything, and I don't know if it's an insult or what. Like, sometimes it seems like an insult because it's like, oh my God, you know everything. But then sometimes I'm like, thank you? I don't know. I just spend a lot of time reading, and I was a big loner in school. Like a big loner in school. And I was not well liked, so I was not popular. But I did all my homework, and everybody on Mondays would come to school, usually still hungover, and copy my homework. So there's that. So now I have my gold pen, and I'm going to add gold highlights. There we go. And then there we go. Did I miss anything? Oh, I sure did. I missed. They have the zoomies. You can't control the zoomies. The zoomies are uncontrollable. There we go. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I have to ground him because he's just floating here in the middle of nowhere. So I need to ground him. Like, he's so grounded. He's so in trouble. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do just like a simple oxide ink ground for him. And, well, there's kind of a couple of things that I want to do, actually. So I have my Distress Mica stain in Flickering Candle because that's super appropriate. And I'm going to take this guy and grab my masking paper. Because y'all know how much I love to do this. You got a new puppy? Is he your birthday present? Excuse me. What kind of puppy? And what's his name? I guess it could be her. What's her name? Her name is Penny. Aww. And what kind of doggy is Miss Penny? You guys can tell how much this stamp set has been used. The actual construction of this card is not going to take me very long. But so I have special scissors that I use for cutting things that have adhesive. I don't use my cutter bees. I know I'm really anal retentive, but, and then, excuse me, I also see his little hairs right there. I don't worry about cutting around those. Because they're just too fine. Ah, how cute. A little chihuahua, that's what my husband calls them. I guess if I would have thought ahead, I would have cut this mask out ahead of time, but hey, you guys get to see real-time crafting. You have a 10-year-old Chihuahua too? You have a 19-year-old? Wow. So this new puppy's gonna keep you all young. I'm also not going to worry about the drip of frosting either. Just FYI. Because I can always put that back in with a white gel pen. But for what I'm going to do, I'm not really going to worry about it. Amanda, can you guess what I am going to worry about though? Jill, you probably know this too. You know from watching enough videos what's gonna bug me. Yes, I do like fussy cutting. I don't know why, it's just soothing to me. Although I will tell you, I do not like this style of fussy cutting where you cut on the line. You guys haven't guessed what part's gonna bug me. Sorry, I keep coughing in your guys' ear. I guess we know my limit for my voice today has been reached. It's this part right here. See how there's a white space in here? That's gonna seriously bug me. So, I always have to cut that part out. If I was really going all out, I would cut in between the tines of the fork here. But I don't think it's going to matter in this particular card. So I'm not going to do that. And there we go. Oh. Yeah, but people like to have the white lines with the dies. So that doesn't really work either. Because then you'd have to have 2 sets of dies. We already have enough trouble selling 1 set of dies. Okay. Archie, stop. Now, when I mask something, I like to flip it over. Don't mind my flowers on the back. Okay. I'm also going to use some frog tape. And I'm just going to line this up on one of these lines here. And then I'm going to line up the frog tape on a line as well. Just like that. Okay, so first things first, I am going to put a ground. So I'm going to start with just some sort of brown. I have ground espresso here. So this is ground espresso. Okay. Then I want to use another like cornucopia color around it. So I think I'm going to go with Wild Honey. So I'm going to peel this off very slowly so I can catch the mask if it starts to rip. Awesome. Okay, so then I'm going to use this and we're going to go around the outside. Okay. Then what I'm going to do is I have this, and it's called the Flickering Candle. Hi, Nona. You got to shake it really good. And then I'm just going to spritz this. Okay, this is also going to give me some of my gold for my gold background, or gold that I'm supposed to be using for this specific project. So while that dries a second, we're going to put together our card. So I'm going to move this off to the side. And I'm going to grab my little scoreboard, which I thought, there it is, it was right there. I'm going to grab my little scoreboard and I'm going to score my card in half. So this is an 11-inch piece of paper. There you go. This is an 11-inch piece of paper, so I'm going to score it at 5.5. Oops. Where the heck is that score line? There we go. Okay. And then I'm also going to score it at, what is 5.5? 2.5, 2 3/4. Okay. This is like a lot of math for a Saturday. So then I'm going to, I think I just folded that the wrong way. Use my espresso. And use my espresso. Okay, so now I have the basis of my easel card. So then I've cut these so that they mat one another with 1/8 of an inch clearance. I might actually give it a little bit more clearance. I mean, why not, right? All right, so there's that. Grab my glue. And I know on camera it looks like I'm using a ton of glue, but since this is such a fine tip, it's really not that much glue. All right, see you later, Jill. Okay, so then I'm gonna adhere this to this. So I'm just going to put glue on this part. And I'm gonna line this up. Where's my espresso? There it is. Okay. So now I have my easel card. Hi, Lucy. So there's my easel. Then I'm gonna grab this part, and it doesn't look like it's entirely dry. So I'm just gonna take a tissue and blot it. Okay. And since I trimmed this, I'm gonna have to trim this, unfortunately. Oh, maybe not. Yep, if I want to see it, I gotta trim it. Which in turn got rid of some of my yellow. So let's grab that wild honey brush again and our desk mat. This is why I don't take the mask off until the very end, because you never know. There we go. Okay, so then what I'm gonna do is check this to make sure. Yep, I'm good there. Oh, hi Cheryl. Girl, I've been sick too. It's going around, huh? Okay, so never waste any sweet sentiment paper, so we always print on the back of it if it's something that we don't need. Okay, so I have that there. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna place it face down and use my espresso. And then always before I get too far, I stamp my card. And sign it. Okay. So then we need to make something that makes this stand up. Like Sandy says, stand up. So usually what I do is I grab a couple of pieces of this scrap paper and I make a little stand that I can put a sentiment on. So I'm not going to use either of those sentiments for right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut this. I'll add a sentiment later when I decide what I want to do. So I'm going to cut this at 1.5. And then I'm going to cut this one at 1 3/4. And then this one, since it's 4 1/4, I'm going to cut it to 4. And this one will be cut, oh, it is already cut to 4 1/8. So basically what this gets is like this. I want this to be a little bit smaller. There we go. And in order to make it pop up, I'm going to grab my Sweet Pops. And so what I will do, I always like to make these like double pop since it has to hold that card front up. Same thing with this one. Okay, so now I'm gonna go like this. And I've had a few more people pop in. Now that we're getting down to the end. Okay, so I will add a sentiment to that. And let me put my glue away so I can grab my tweezers because it's a lot easier. And I will line that up. There we go. Now, you know I can't do anything without a couple of embellishments. So, I have these ones from the Rabbit Hole Designs. Because I like these glittery ones. And I think that they will be perfect for this. We have a ton of these ourselves as well, but I believe you rise by lifting others. And so in supporting Marianne and her business, I totally have these ones too. Okay, and then I like to put some inside too because I'm fun like that. Okay, so now are you ready for the big reveal? Everybody ready? Here we go. I think we're gonna pull from this way down. There he is. What do you guys think? there's our easel card to satisfy our episode 157, I believe, that Sandy was on for the super cool Craft Roulette. I'm a waste not, want not kind of person, so I will save this mask and use it another couple times. So today we used the Cake is Life sentiment, or stamp set, I mean, sorry. And the parameters for Craft Roulette were to make an easel card, which we have done. There's our easel card. We were to use cornucopia colors, which I believe we have that in droves. We were also supposed to use the color gold, so we have his golden fork there, which I think is awesome. And then we were supposed to use something that rhymes with ache, and that would be cake. So there we go. We have supplied all the parameters. So thank you guys for joining me. I know it was kind of a long one today, but I wanted to get this project finished. And I will see y'all tomorrow. Toodles.